I picked Protoss. I figure you could start with Protoss because now we're just gonna let them go to the minerals like normal. Now the first thing I do is I click my base and I press Control 4. It puts it on number 4, and you can control any number. Press Control and press any number, and they will add that control group will be made, right? So I've already, you see I have a probe and I have the nexus, so I can double tap 1 to go to the probe, double tap 4 to go to the nexus. Now that's a really good tip when you're trying to get around. The other way you've seen me move the camera is by moving the, see here, mouse to the edge of the screen. So you can do that. I would say it's not the greatest. Now, as you're seeing, I pressed 4 and made a probe by pressing E. I never want to click on this because it's just not efficient. It's just not efficient. You can use your left hand to do a lot of the work. And now I'm just pressing right click to move that probe around. Now I'm gonna box those two. Left click that guy, right click into this gas thing. He's gonna go right into the gas thing. I'm gonna put my gateway on control group 5. Now I've got 400 minerals, so I'm gonna build my nexus. And my nexus goes up, but it's not on my hotkey 4. So what do I do? I left click it, hold shift, press 4. It's gonna add it down there. Now when I press 4, both of them are come up, right? And you can see it's building. Now my other building I need after my gateway is cybernetics core. Typically with every race, there's like a, first you get this, and then you get that, and then you can get this. So like, you kind of have to look around and prepare your build. And I'm about to get supply blocked, so I need to build another pylon, and we'll talk about supply in a bit. Now that this gas thing is finishing, I'm gonna box some, get these guys. I've got my cybernetics core, so there are 2 things that I want to start right away. I'm supply blocked, but my thing is finishing, so now I can build my unit. Now, why a supply block? What is that? Why is it important? Supply is basically how many units you can have at one time. Think about it like how much food can support, or how many extra batteries do we have for our probes? Is like kind of how I like to think about it, where like you can only support this amount right now. But when you build oops, I forgot to get the robotics bay. And I'm gonna build another pylon here because one pylon powering a bunch of buildings can be dangerous. I don't quite remember what I was on about, but yeah, every race kind of has a few buildings that, oh, okay, I have to build the gateway, and then if I build the cyber core, now I can get the stalker. Okay, I understand. You know, like stuff like that, progression, kind of like that. Oh, I forgot to build my gateways, so I'm gonna build 2 more gateways. Probably build another pylon. Keep building probes. Keep building probes. Now with my robotics facility, I'm gonna build an observer, and this is just, you don't have to follow my build. This is just the build I'm practicing, and this is the build I know right now. But generally, at the beginning of the game, you'll be like, should I build this or should I like? As you can see, I'm not really doing a lot of guesswork as to like what I'm building. I know exactly what I'm building. So that will just take time. And 2, you can click and issue orders on the minimap. So I hotkeyed my observer to be number 1. Oops, my main base is really oversaturated, so I'm gonna move some probes down. Right when the observer came out, I boxed it and pressed Control 1. And that put him on control group 1. Probably gonna need another pylon soon. And maybe some more gateways. And it may look like I'm just spamming buildings down, but there is a science to this. I need exactly 7 gateways. But now I can go to my observer, double click 1. Oh, I need to get my guys on gas first. I'm glad I'm here to look at it. Double click 1. Now I'm here. And this is an invisible unit that they can kind of see a glimmer of, but they really have to be looking out for it, and it's not easy to spot. So they could, if they wanted to, you know, waste some energy to like use thermal vision and see it, but maybe they just know it's there and they're letting it roam around. You never really know what the opponent knows and doesn't know, right? So not like the observer is very important right now, but now I'm gonna just go to my observer, look around. And over here on the left, you can see that my gateways have all kind of started finishing. I'm gonna need another pylon because I have 7 more gateways to produce from. That's gonna be a lot of stuff. So I'm gonna make 3 more stalkers. I'm gonna need probably another pylon. I think I'm building a lot of pylons. Now the other part of this build is the High Templar, so I'm going to prepare the High Templar building. Build some more pylons. And max out on Zealots. Now once this unit finishes production, that's when I'm going to move out. And that's not by accident. That's deliberate. Okay, I've got 57 probes. I don't need any more probes. There's my building, or my thing. So I'm gonna move them. I'm gonna press 2A left click. A left click. Now this one doesn't have an attack, so I'm just gonna right click. But 2A left click. Now they're attack moving. Now why that's a oh shit, there's the enemy. I just saw them out of the corner of my eye there, and probably prevented something from happening. Now, while my army's moving out, I'm keeping track of it while looking at the mini-map on the bottom left. I can see it moving across, but I'm gonna do some stuff myself while I'm here. I have my eye on them. I see them down there, bottom left. Now, I right-clicked, and he's gonna move. If I A left clicked, he would still be attacking whatever was pulling him back there. Oop, I'm supply blocked on Ford. More pylons. So I know that, well, I'm supply blocked, so I don't really want to attack right now, but now it's dangerous to attack from here because he could attack me from this high ground. So I know he's not going to because he's easy AI, but I'm gonna clear myself a path. And notice my base is going up and things are working out. Looks like they've been attacked. Someone got attacked. I'm gonna build 2 forges because those are the things that are gonna give us our upgrades. That'll give us a big advantage over our opponent. Because too, we're on 3 bases and they're on what looks like to be 1 from what I've scouted so far. So now what I might do is just take this guy and go down here and look and see if there's a base. Warp in more zealots. Looks like there's not a base down here, so just gonna A move up. Here we've got our forges. We can begin some upgrades on the forge. Now we're not even maxed out yet. We haven't even gone down all the tech trees yet. There's So I'm going to go into the advanced structure building here. There's a dark shrine that gives you invisible warrior units. He's surrendering. We're gonna accept and then return to game. We have a Stargate that can... I'll just build one of each here. Now I'm controlling my army right now. I press 2 and you see them all right here, and you see them all moving on the map way down here. And I just pressed A and left clicked A, hold shift, left click, left click, left click, left click. And now they are, as you can see, they're queued up to go to these locations. And if it's red, and that's an attack move. So if they find something, they will attack. So now our buildings are finishing. We've already kind of been using that, but we didn't have the robotics bay. And now that we do, we can build a Colossus unit or a Disruptor unit. So we'll build one of each, and then the extended thermal lance is critical to get if you want to play Colossus. You pretty much have to get extended thermal lance as well. Now that our Dark Shrine is finished, we can warp in a Dark Templar that uses the regular gateway. So here's our Dark Templar, and he's invisible. You can see him, he's kind of looks a little different. They do cost a lot, 125, 125. The High Templar costs 50, 150. So there is something you can do with Templar. Oh, there's our Colossus unit that's just came out. So here's the Colossus is interesting because you can go up, like here we're using the ramp, but the Colossus can climb up short cliffs. I don't think it could climb up this one, but I'm gonna build a Void Ray unit. Oh yeah, it can. Look at that. So look, now I'm in the guy's main base. Prepare to be destroyed. I am in your main base. This is a Disruptor. I don't know a whole lot about this unit other than it is quite devastating. It's a newer unit from the game, like a few years old. This is the other unit that comes out of the robotics facility. And this unit is called a Void Ray. There are a number of units that can be made. The Carrier in particular is really fun, and the Tempest is really fun. But the Void Ray can attack a building and then like charge up its beam. You have to activate it, but... So Templar are interesting because you can... Here's a High Templar. It can Psionic Storm. You can press T. It's got the ability to storm. It's really good against units like Marines or Zerglings or kind of weak units. Like all these probes will just get obliterated. Just obliterated. So very cool unit. They also have this ability called Feedback where if it's kind of advanced. Let's read what it does. Drains all energy from the target, deals 0.5 damage per point of energy. So it's gonna drain all his energy and deal 100 damage. He's got 40 shields, 40 HP. Let's see if this... Oh, I can't kill him. I can't use it on him. It has to be a friendly unit. Can't target your own units, but that would kill that unit. And it depends if that's valuable. Now, Templar. The Templar, if you have 2 of them, you can combine them into an Archon, which is cool. And let's say, for instance, you don't have the Storm ability research because it's kind of expensive, or it's like, well, I'm playing against Protoss, so I don't really need to storm anything. Well, that's fine. You can build the Templar and merge them into the Archon. And this takes time, but it takes those 2 and merges it into one giant unit. Look, he's got 350 shields and 10 HP. He doesn't have any abilities, but he's got splash damage and like he can attack air units, so that's pretty cool. Now you can also combine Dark Templar together to make another Archon. It's not like a Dark Archon or anything, but I think you can also combine Templar and Dark Templar together, which is odd. Anyway, this has gone for some time, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short. Hopefully this was helpful.